One of the things that I used to struggle with when I was in the malls, when I was in social situations, when I was trying to like even take, some food, when I was even like literally outside, is the feeling of getting trapped. In traffic, in a plane, in a restaurant, in a supermarket. And one of the recent memories that I remember is like one of the memories that I remember clearly is there was a day I take alcohol, and at a limit. When I say I take alcohol, I don't mean, I'm being taken out of the sewer, I misbehave after taking. No, I only take alcohol at a limited amount, like just for fun, guys. So there was a time when we were taking beer at a certain place. So for you to get at that place, like that bar, you have to pass at a certain corridor like this. So whenever I was at that corridor, me and my best friend, I used to run, and my best friend would ask me, "Okay, all right, why are you running?" It's because I felt trapped. I felt like I cannot breathe. And the moment I was in that corridor, I felt my breathing, shortness of breath. I felt the heart palpitations. I felt intense anxiety symptoms. I felt restless. I had intrusive thoughts. So usually when I was passing at that corridor, I used to run, and this is what most anxiety sufferers tend to feel when you are in a restaurant, when you are in a church, when you're in a plane. You want to sit at the exit, especially in restaurants, even in malls. You want to sit at the exit, that if something happens, if there is a threat, if there is a real threat, you may be able to run away. So this is a common feeling for most anxiety sufferers. You want to exit. This is because anxiety is making you to feel unsafe. It is making you feel like this place is dangerous, and your lizard brain has believed it. That's why when you are always in a closed space, you feel like, okay, I have to get out of here. And let me tell you guys, there's a difference between feeling like you really have to get out of here. There is a difference between feeling unsafe and the reality of being unsafe. So with anxiety, most of the time you just feel unsafe. Really, there is no threat, but because you have conditioned your brain, because your nervous system is sensitized, you're gonna feel like you are unsafe. You're gonna feel like there's a threat that you need to fight. That's anxiety for you. And if you're someone who is always feeling trapped, and you feel like you need to sit on the exit, you feel like you're in a supermarket, but you feel like you need to run away immediately, it's anxiety. And you running away, you're signifying the brain that really there's a threat. So anytime you'll always be in social situations, you'll always be in the supermarkets, in the malls, places where you just need to be, you'll always feel like you need to run away. You'll always leave, because the subconscious part of the brain, you have kept the information that really there's a threat, and you're always leaving. The subconscious part of the brain does not understand logic. It does not understand facts. It only deals with how you're behaving. So if you run away, if you're always sitting at the exit, that's what you'll do. And what is the consequence of doing these things? You stay in the cycle. So do not run away. Stay there. Whatever you feel anxious, you feel the scary symptoms, you feel the intrusive thoughts, you feel the panic attacks, stay there. Remember, we are in the process of rewiring our brain. So how are you going to rewire your brain if you're always running away? You should do the opposite of what your anxiety wants you to do.